All right, let's get to the people. If you want to hear about Patrick Kane, we started the show with it. Odyssey.com rewind. We talked about Jonathan Smith, top of the 3 o'clock. That's still in the mix. And brought up the Pistons. I mean, that was the last game they're going to be favored in for the rest of the year. By New Year's Day, you got 13 games. They're on a 14-game losing streak. Over-under, Rico Beard, our odds maker, has set the over-under at 3.5. I have to take the under. I actually think 2.5 might be more appropriate. It's a harder choice.
It is a harder choice.
Over. The point is they sit at 2-15. Even if you won 3 basketball games between now and then, you are 5-25 on New Year's Day. How is Troy Weaver here, and where is Tom Gores to address his customers? It's an embarrassment.
It is.
It is, bar none, for my money, the worst franchise in all of professional sports. You don't agree? There's a phone number. Call it.
Right. At least you can give your fans some type of a concession because they're paying money to come down there and watch this garbage.
Give them some
Nobody
Joe
was
bucks.
down there last night. Nobody.
Nobody should be there. It's an absurdity. Let's go to Antoine, 97.1. What's up, Antoine?
Gentlemen, I originally called regarding the Michigan State, but obviously I'm ticked. The barbershops is ticked. The hood is ticked. Little Caesars Arenas is ticked. The state of Michigan is ticked. This is ridiculous. The Pistons is an embarrassment, man. Like, I can't even believe at this point. And I'm looking at the talent on the roster, and I do believe it's there. But it's just a cluster, you know what? And I guess it starts at the top. No, Troy Weaver shouldn't have a job. Do I think he'll have one? Yes, I do. Because I think that our owner is, I don't know. I don't know if he's flying to NASA. I don't know if he's on a submarine down looking at the Titanic. I don't know where this guy is, but he's nowhere to be found, and it's absolutely ridiculous. Tickets are $8. They're not worth that. No. They're not worth my time.
You got to pay more. You got to pay more to park than you do to get into the damn arena. Now, Antoine, what did you call about with Michigan State?
Listen, Mike, my thing is this. Like, I've heard you say it repeatedly, if you're not going to win that game, you're not going to be Michigan State's coach, the Michigan game. And my question to you I'm a Michigan fan, but my question to you is as a Michigan State fan, let's say he put Jonathan Smith positions your program to be what Penn State is right now, right? Mm-hmm. Which is a top 10 football team, but doesn't beat Ohio State, doesn't beat Michigan, but consistently is winning 10 or so games. Is that not enough?
I think it'd be enough at the start, but eventually,
by year 4,
you know how this game works. I mean, you yourself lived it. Harbaugh was winning damn near 10 games a year, but was 0-5 against Ryan Day. And what happened?
Mike, let's think about how the landscape will change when this is a 12-team playoff now.
Right.
Because what James Franklin would be able to say right now is he's been to the playoff 3 times right now, because each of the last few years he would have been one of those teams that were ranked in the top 12.
No, but Antoine, that's fair. But Penn State's the only fish in town in the state of Pennsylvania. So you don't have to worry about an in-state rival. You don't have to look at your coworkers and your neighbors. That's where the problem comes
I'm with
in.
Rico on this, Antoine. Look, I agree with you. If you're telling me all of a sudden it was this hypothetical where, hey, would you go 0-5 versus Michigan if you made the playoffs all 5 years? Yes, I would. I'd be happy to do that.
Yeah.
But, Antoine, we live in the real world now where
by year 3, if you're angry.
And again, I have never sat here and said MSU's got to go 7-3 over a 10-year period. You got to be in the fight. If that means in 10 years you go 4-6 or 5-5, you got to be in the fight. Mm-hmm. In the 1990s, MSU won in 90, 93, 95, and 99. Were those teams good? No. But they still went 4-6. Mm-hmm. You got to be in the mix. No one is ever saying MSU is going to win 7 out of 8 again like Mark did. But you got to be in the fight, because I'll tell you now, eventually it's going to get old, and when you don't beat your rival, it doesn't matter. You have to have some of those wins.
Yeah, because when you lose 3 in a row, ask Buckeye fans, you start to question everything about life.
Uh-oh.
So it would be nice. You would say, yeah, I'll take those 5 playoff years, but actually by year 3, you would hate it, and you would say, you know what, I question all of these wins we got. They're fugazi. They're not real. And some of you would want this man fired.
Go to Jack, 97.1. What's up, Jack?
Hey, guys. I want to talk about the hire. I love it. I think it's a good hire. Mike and Rico, I got to disagree, though, with the coach keeping Harlan Barnett. He is one of the worst coaches I've ever seen. The team looked completely clueless when he was the interim head coach. I think he should be fired. He was the worst secondary coach. If you have Tanner Morgan throwing for 350 yards on you, that's embarrassing.
Oh, look, I don't want Harlan anywhere in an on-field capacity. If they want to make him coach emeritus and let him recruit, or I don't know. I'm with you. Jack, I wouldn't care if he was gone.
Now, I think for Harlan, you're looking at somebody who they knew he was set up to fail. He was going to be the fall guy, and we're going to take care of you on the back end. Now, where the back end is and what that position is, I don't know.
But I'm with Jack in this regard. This is a man whose secondaries have been no damn good, and that's supposed to be his specialty. I don't need it.
But the no-fly zone.
Oh, okay. No fly zone is 10 years ago, man.
Trey Waynes is living the Yellowstone life.
Rico, I love you, man, but Harlan Barnett can't coach. He cannot be the secondary coach.
Jack, Jack, I didn't say that he would be. I'm saying I think that because of what he did in stepping into a no-win situation, that somehow they're going to take care of him. Okay. Now, it may not be even on the football field. He may end up just in the athletic department.
That's fine, Ben. Break him off $500,000 in scratch-offs and tell him to hit the bricks.
Yeah,
no, I'm with Jack on this. Don't need him anywhere. Go ahead, Jack.
And Scotty Hazelton, he better be gone too.
Oh, please.
They were all fired over the weekend.
Okay.
Jack, you won't have – I will just leave to Mexico and start a new life if Scotty Hazelton was retained.
Yeah.
Jack,
let him take his $1 million and go to Davenport, the defense coordinator over there. I'm sure they're hiring.
I'm about to say, from what you probably will have one coach off the old staff still there.
What, Hawkins?
Yeah. Looks like Hawkins may be, but that's not guaranteed yet.
248-539-9797. More of your phone calls coming up. Lots of people want to play the game with the Pistons. We'll do that. Your thoughts on Jonathan Smith as well.